Well, here we are again. Good morning, folks. Thompson Farmstead Adventures. And guess what I'm working on next? That's right, all the trim. Baseboards, window, door moldings, all the above. But what I gotta do is go through, and I found like spots like this where there's an indentation. So now I gotta score it and make sure that I'll hold my filler and make sure all areas are ready and prepped for painting. Alright guys, well, I've been getting things cleaned up around here, trying to get stuff situated for painting all the baseboard and the window trim, door trim, all that stuff. Just kind of get things also organized as well. And it was just irking me, just bothering me that it didn't come out the way I wanted like it did the other rooms. So let's see what happens. Is it going to come out to where I'm satisfied? Or am I still going to add that wooden trim? Let's see. I ran out of yellow tip. Yellow tip looks much better for this. And a little brown touch-ups. Now the paint's still wet, and so is the caulking. Well, I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but it looks about 90% better. It does look better. A lot better than it did before. I'll see if I can do it before and after. There's still some issues. I mean, you can see here where the drywall goes up. I can't do anything about that because of the plywood that's up there in the concrete. If I would have put my level up there when I was mudding everything out, I could have made that go away. But when you got a lot of stuff going on and you're trying to keep somebody busy, you know, like Matthew at the time, you forget, you know. So anyways, it looks better. I'm going to let that all dry, go back in, do my little brown touch-ups, see what happens. That doesn't look too bad. I'll see if I can make an improvement somewhere. If I can, if not, then I might just put wood up there. I want it to look like this, you know. I want it to look clean like that. You know, that is my final product. Nice straight lines. You know, just like here. So it may not look like that. It's getting better. It is better. I'll just put it that way. It is a lot better. All right. Just wanted to show you that going through all the frames, touching them up before I paint them, and I'm getting rid of the offset, or one lower than the other. At least you won't be able to see the transition that much compared to it being like this over here. Let me show you here. I got a good lip right there. Now what I'm doing, this one was really bad, so I had to really pookie it up, but what I had to do on this one here is I had to pull it out and get it away, you know, just get this side out a little bit more. Excuse me. And I just shoved a toothpick in there. I'll take my little tiny pry bar here. Little tiny guy. I have a smaller one in this too. The smaller the better, that way you don't make any marks on the side too bad. But it'll get covered up. The side here was already pulled out, so I had to pull this one out and push this one in, and get these guys to meet out flush. So when I get ready to put that wood putty on there, it'll blend in nice. Getting things smoothed out like this. You know, where there's a knot in the hole, now that's flush. This here, where there was a little knot there and all that, now it's flush. You run your hand over it, nice and smooth. Just trying to find all the imperfections. I still have to, I've got pretty much everything out of here. The only thing that's left is the bed. I don't want to pull that out yet because I don't have any place to sleep. Thursday, I think tomorrow we might be heading out to see my folks. Today's Tuesday. Again, I don't know what day it is. Oh, wait a minute. See, the 26th is Friday, which is my wife's birthday. So we got Friday the 25th, 24th. Today's the 23rd. All right. So yeah, we're a few days later. We took off Sunday after church to go see my folks. Did a little bit of work in here as well as out in the shop and helped the wife here and there. I mean, we've just been busy, so I've been waiting for some of this paint to really cure so I can put the tape on. So I went off and did other things. So now it's ready for me to put tape. And been hitting the other room too, just kind of getting that window trimmed as far as I can. I still need about maybe 2 more coats. I'm going to have to do. happened is that one light, well, it was broken. And I noticed it was lower than the other ones when we bought the house and stuff. Well, over a period of time, I start looking at things. And, well, sometimes, you know, they just get weak points. I don't know what happened to it, how it broke. It's got a little crack, so the weight of the glass is pulling it down. So I'm gonna go to the shop real quick, grab some epoxy or JB Weld. Probably JB Weld. I'm gonna mix up some JB Weld, and then I'm gonna tie or tape up with electrical tape that light up to one of the fan blade holders and let it sit there overnight and see if I can color match. Because I gotta get like a toothpick and get it in there. I don't want to have a big old glob of this stuff on it, but JB Weld will hold really well. So the little repair here. Alrighty, now for anybody who has never used JB Weld, I've got there's several kinds out there. I like buying them in the big tubes. Well, actually, I have them in the big tubes too. It's just like any other epoxy or Bondo or thing. You know, well, not Bondo, but epoxy that you have to do equal parts. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully that should work out fine, yeah. Now this stuff here will get so dang hard. You actually have to grind it. Let me give you a close-up of what I'm talking about here. This one here has got the crack in it. You see how it is? It's on both sides. So I'm going to repair that. But I'm not going to do it with the camera in hand, so I'll be right back and get you set up. Now we leave it like that for a couple of days. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I will figure something else out. And you can see the bond there. You can probably end up taking those colored Sharpies that they have out there. Let me show you real quick. Try to get it best that I can. When you see that gray, that's the Bondo. A little bit there. Trying to pick another one. Trying to hide it here and hide it there. Yeah, get you in there. Can get you in there. Let that stay for a couple of days. Now, I can go ahead and take down the registers, the supply registers up there, get those down, and see what I gotta do with that smoke detector. Well, yesterday, I said I was probably gonna work until about 10 o'clock last night. I didn't have to, thank God. I did run out of ceiling paint. I had like just enough to get enough on the roller and both rollers, so I could bag them up and keep them wet until I got more paint. But now I'm looking at probably not going to go until Sunday, and today is Friday, April 26, 2024. My wife's birthday today, and I'm going to go play her. I'll be at her church function tonight on the games that she plays and stuff. So I'll be there to support her, just like she set up something last Friday for my birthday, my 60th. And anyways, so I got some people things put together for her. Have somebody making a cake for her as well from the church. You know, it's just the folks down there, they're really sweet. I told the lady, I go, here's $20 to make my wife's birthday cake. Oh, don't worry about it, honey. I love doing this stuff. I said, well, then just pay it forward or whatever, you know. Anyway, so nice people. So we had the storm come in, got on tornado warning from last night till this morning. And then severe thunderstorms and stuff. That happened this morning. And right now we're good until about 11 o'clock. Had some nice rain come down. Enough to, not a ton to fill the pond, but enough to water the garden and everything. But my wife doesn't have to worry about that. And well, I got everything painted out, you know. I'm got all my touch-ups done around my window frames where I end up getting a little bit of brown paint on them in certain areas. My touch-ups done on the baseboards. I got the ceiling fans ready to go up. I just need to put some furniture polish to them. That's the side that faces down. Got my cat Malone wandering all over the place. I am going to replace all the receptacles and covers with white so everything matches. So that way it'll be more like this. Everything is beige and it's not bad. It's just there's a mixture in here. The existing stuff is white and then part beige, and I prefer to have white. Since I'm going with white theme, ceiling, trim, and all that, I want white outlets and switches. And of course we got the white lights as well. So I tried to see if there was any shade of blue coming through anywhere up here, and I just kept watching it, and I know where I stopped, you know, and my mind picks it up, and I'm hoping, I don't know, the camera, I'm starting to feel like it picks it up too. So it almost seems like right there, but then when I look at it straight, I can't see it. And then again, I don't know, it could be some right there. Looks like almost right in this area here, but when I'm looking at it straight on, let me turn off these lights. I can't see it straight on. Let's see if it comes up this way. I'm starting to, you know, maybe I ought to just use the camera. Heck, it looks like there's a patch right there that I didn't get. Huh. Let's look at the other wall. Evidently, no, that's a shadow there. You know, you start doing this stuff and you just can't see it with your naked eye. You get that white blindness thing going on. The ceiling looks fine. What about this side here? Huh. All right, let me go back. Yeah, for some reason I can actually see that. That's weird. So it looks like right in this area here. Okay, well, I'll hit that. I have to use the camera so I know where it's at. Put some tape markers around it, so, you know, little pieces of yellow tape, so I just paint with inside that. That is weird. Because from right here, I cannot see it. With the naked eye, I cannot see it. Let me do that one more time, guys. Sure enough. Yeah, you can see it right in that area. That is crazy. Well, hey, we just learned a trick. If you can't see it with the naked eye, look through it in a camera. Evidently, it'll pick up stuff that your eyes can't. Yeah. Let me see up here. My glasses on here for that. Nope. I know I coated the snot out of this one. I hit that one like 4 or 5 times. We'll go back here and do that again with my glasses on. Sure enough. Wow. Right here. That's crazy. It's like X-ray vision with the camera. Well, I'm getting there, man. I just wanted to give you guys the update here. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap that and check my JB Weld up there. and go from there. And then I'm going to put the fan blades on, and if I feel comfortable, I will put that glass lens back on there if I feel that the JB Weld is holding. It looks like that JB Weld didn't hold. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the fan blades on and then try to figure out what I'm gonna do, because I might have to scuff it up. Use a Dremel, scuff it up a little bit, and try some more JB Weld, but pack it on. Let me show you what it looks like though. Give me a second here, guys. Might not be able to see it from down there. I might not have to worry about painting it. I'll try to blotch it a little bit so it blend in. Hopefully gunking it up, covering up like that nut area, because it's split upward on each side of that nut. And if I have to, I'll put more on. But from back here though, you really can't see it. So that's being 2 feet away from the fan. So now, see, this is what, 9 foot to here. I think that's about 13 feet up there, so can't see it from here. Can't see it from my house. Well, let's see if it holds. I know.
Well, it's hard to see with my fat body in there.
I'm recording this, don't say that. All right, well, she got an idea. We got a few more pieces of those that she wants to put up. I don't know if she wants, you want to bring it all the way down to the bottom too, maybe drape it type thing?
No.
All right, well, we just got done getting this light up there. That thing weighs a ton. It's a pain in the butt to get in over a tub.
So pretty.
The tub's not the problem. It's the back here that slides this way. You don't have the room. Now we got that what, Habitat for Humanity resource?
Habitat for Humanity, $15. And
Glass and all.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, I mean, we bought the lights. She picked them out. That's what she wanted, but the whole thing, $15 at the Habitat for Humanity. Now, I gotta set some of these. I just got done putting it up there. So, not bad. You know, things heavy. Man, if it falls, it's gonna do some damage. But I got it with a little wire, safety wire up there, tied off. And the outlet, I went up in the attic to check. It's actually a fan, ceiling fan holder. So I got it, tied off both joists. So, wanted to add that into here. Another thing, done. Hey, remember that? Move that bus. There's maybe two separate shows. I don't know.
You do. You do. I'm super excited.
Cool. So, happy birthday. There you go. There's your
you.
Your happy birthday present. About killed myself, but it's okay.
What?
I said, about killed myself, but it's okay.
Where did these light bulbs go?
Out of the fan.
Oh, okay.
Had my folks over Saturday, and they decided to get out of Bentonville for a little bit and come see the progress that we got going on here. But this is what I did. I cleared out the room. Just got done doing it. Look at that face. All right, hold on, girl. Get down. All right, well, refrigerator leak, which would be number 15 leaks in the house. And I think I'm just gonna shut down the painting here because now we got tornado warnings again. So, yeah, turn these guys off if I can. Oh, come on, where's the button? There it is. All right, sorry. And turn off this light. So guess what? No painting today. No more painting. Now we'll see if we gotta get everything back in the storm shelter. You know. See what happens. Well, hello all. How you doing? It's been a while because I've been painting. Yeah, last time I talked to y'all was about maybe it's about. You know what? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look back at the timestamp. Anyways. All paint's done. Carpet is in. The gentleman even moved my dresser, which is heavy as heck, and the headboard in. So that worked out great, you know. A lot of work though. So we got the carpet and all the painting's done. I even took care of that one spot for you guys. Remember that up there? I couldn't see it with my naked eye type of thing, but I looked at the camera and I saw the spot, and I even took care of that. I had to use the camera to find it. So I'm going, I put the tripod up, I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, so I take the pole. Oh, right there, all right, and took care of the rest. Finally, guys, finally. Both these rooms. Now I can put stuff back. I need to replace plugs and stuff, but some of the stuff I can do at a later date. You know, if I had a plug behind the bed, I'd have to do that one right now because that would not be easy to get to. Everything else though is accessible, you know. So got that going on. Got the bed, my stuff all over the place. So got to get the doors on so the dogs, when they come in, they don't go, "Hey, new carpet." This is the carpet. I told them, just go ahead and leave it here. They were going to take it back to the shop and this, that, and the other. I said, just go ahead and leave that here. They left the padding here too. And this is for the last bedroom. And I said, look, I'll just put it inside because we paid in full. We got it here, yada, yada. We trust the people. But anyways, here's the walk-in. Nice, clean. Now you'll see from this point here, I'm still going to take all that out, and I'll work on that later on. I can only do so much, but I got to get the bedroom back together. So, and I got to get a ceiling fan too. Closet's all done. Everything looks pretty. Everything's done. I even painted the hinge is black. Now, just get a little black handle for right there, right? This is access to a valve. Right there. That's the water line coming in. That's like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half. Sorry about the loudness. I think ID. So, got it all done in here. Now, time to move things back. And again, oh, I gotta replace that plug right there because the bed goes right here. Everything else, even those where the dresser's at, I can do later because it's easier to move the dresser than it is to move the beds. So it's finally, well, the bedrooms are finally done. I'm exhausted, man. Last night we had a thunderstorm come through. It was supposed to start. So I had surgery on it. It hurts. I think I've been rubbing too much from allergies. But the past 2 nights, I haven't got hardly any sleep because I'm sleeping on the couch in the back room, and I need to spread out for my back and my hips. And I kept waking up. And then last night, the thunder waking me up all the time. I mean, it was cracking right there. I heard a thunder, looked up, and then another lightning went straight across. And I'm going, whoa. I mean, it actually left lines when I closed my eyes, you know, like when you take a picture way back when you had those flashes, you know, the square cubes, you're going, but then that's all you see for like 20 minutes. That's what happened with that lightning. Like, man. Anyways, I'm happy. So I got this here to do. I'm not touching this bedroom yet. This is the last bedroom. That's the one my wife's staying in right now until I get all this done, so it's easier for her. Whatever makes her happy. Anyways, so once I get the house put back in order in these 2 bedrooms, then I will be starting on the master, primary, main walk-in closet / storm shelter or panic room. This one's got a lot of names to it because it can do a lot. This is how thick the walls are, man. A little over 12 inches. I think. Let's see. Oh, my back is killing me. Let's see what we got here. We're about there to there, 12 inches. It's a thick wall. We got 2x4s flat on both sides, drywall on both sides of the block. CMU, 8-inch CMU, cement masonry units. All right. There's the update there. I'm feeling better because I am sure getting tired, man. It's hard getting on my knees and my back and everything, staying down low, getting everything painted out. This turned out all right too. Once I got the bed out of the way, you know, it blended in. And the lines are straight. Everything is straight. Look at that. Remarkable. All right, so let's get these wild hairs. I'm gonna go get my buddy. Give me a hand with some of this stuff, the bigger stuff. And then I gotta head over to the church and check their air conditioner. I got one of the units at the church I go to that takes care of the office areas. Not working. So I'll see what's going on. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the change of these 2 rooms. I really do appreciate you guys watching. You know, like, subscribe, and share. It doesn't cost you a dime, but you know what? It does help us. You know, it does help us. When we get to that point, it'll help. You know, it's going to take time. But we appreciate you watching, man. Really do. Okie dokie. Let the games begin and get all put back together. Talk to y'all later.